Hello and good afternoon, class. How are you doing today? Hope that you are fine and in good health. Today we're going to continue our lessons on Unit 5, page 53 to 54. And our festivals topics is festivals and events. What is festival, you might ask, and what are events? We're going to go through a little more discussion about that. But if you have known or have attended any festivals and event, please link it up to our to our Telegram post, and we can see and discuss about it. So, have you ever attended any festivals? What about any events? Please post it up on our Telegram post so we can talk about it and we can have more discussion on it. But listed here are a few words that we should know while reading this article. The first word is festivals. What is festivals, you might ask? I wrote down a meaning on festivals here. Festival is a period of celebrations. What are you celebrating? What are the celebrations of the festivals? These are the meaning of festivals. And events. Events that I wrote down is something that has taken place. So the event is what we are celebrating right now. The event is what the festival we are celebrating. So my question to you is, can you name some events that you have attended? And can you link the event to a festival? Can you give me some example? We can post this up on our Telegram post and talk about it more and elaborate on it so we can have a better understanding of festivals and events. I will give you one example of an event, and can you link it to a festival? For example, the water festivals, Bon Om Tuk, that is an event, but it's also in a festival. You might ask it how? Well, the event is the date and the month that we celebrated Bon Om Tuk. Can you tell me what month or what day do we celebrate that festivals? Can you link it up and post up on the board for all of us to know what month and what day do we celebrate Bon Om Tuk, the water festivals? And what do you do during that festivals? What do you celebrate? And how do you celebrate it? These are all things that we are studying now about festivals and events. So the event is the Bon Om Tuk, the festival is the celebrations that we are celebrating. What is the reason why we celebrate Bon Om Tuk? Why do we do it? For one, I'll give you an example, because during that festival, during the event, people from work, people from school, and maybe all of you have some time off by the government, so we can come together as a family, as a community, to celebrate the event. The event means it has a lot of meanings in the history of Cambodia. Can you send me some of those meanings? What are the histories of Bon Om Tuk stands for? We can talk about this more, and we can talk about more celebrations, which are the festivals. In our lesson today, we will talk about the history of Christmas. I will discuss that more later on with you. That is an event. And the festival is the day that we celebrate that on. So can you please bring out your book and turn to page 53 and 54. Page 53 and 54 has some pictures about Christmas and the history of Christmas. They have some image here that is black and white, but I also have printed out some in colors. I will download this picture on our Telegram post so you can have better viewings of the pictures and you can see more clearly what this image stands for. For our first task is about testing your knowledge, meaning how much do you know about Christmas before reading the text. I want you to do this before reading your text, so please do not read yet, okay? So I want you to look at the pictures, and from the listed words that's listed on the page, write the word that matches to the pictures. For example, I'm going to give you one. The first word is Santa Claus. So do I see Mr. Santa Claus anywhere in these pictures? If I see him, I can write down Santa on the bottom of his picture. For example, on this page, do I see Santa Claus? So Santa Claus would be this man right here with the beard and the red coat. So that's him. I can write down Santa Claus under his name. But now I want you to fill in the rest of the box from the words listed here and write it to its correct pictures, match it to its correct pictures. This is all objects and ornaments about Christmas, which we will learn more later on in a second video. But for now, I am just testing your knowledge, meaning I just want to see how much do you know about Christmas, because Christmas have a deep history, and we will discuss that more on our second video. Also, part of your question on the first video is, I want you to list 3 festivals or events you celebrated here in Cambodia, and what are the festivals about? Like our example a few minutes earlier about the water festival, Bon Om Tuk. You can use that as one of the examples. Bon Om Tuk is the event that we celebrate. But what is the festival about? Why are we celebrating Bon Om Tuk? And for what reason? Does it have a purpose? This is part of your questions, and I want you to write down not just only the festivals, but why we celebrated these festivals. And what event? Events mean at what day that has taken place. So give me, like for example, Bon Om Tuk, write down the festival and write down the events. Also tell me what day, what month do we celebrate Bon Om Tuk, the water festivals. You will be given 30 minutes to complete this task. Once you complete this task, please forward it to my personal Telegram so I can correct it and review it with you, your scores. Okay, till our second video. Bye class. Hello class, welcome back to our second video for today's lessons. On our first video, we talked about festivals and events and what festival and events mean. Now we can go on to an actual festivals and events. We're going to go on to page 54, read a brief history about a certain festivals, which is, can you please bring out your book, which is on page 54. Page 54 is a reading about a festival called Christmas. And this reading is about the history of Christmas. The reading will be 2 pages long and will tell you a brief history about Christmas, on how it began, who first came up with the idea of Christmas, and during what day and what month was it first celebrated. As we all know, Christmas now is celebrated in the month of December. Before, it was celebrated on a different month. We will find out through your readings about a brief history of that. And after you read page 54 and 55, I want you to answer the questions on the book. There are 6 questions in the first section, in section A. After your reading, I want you to answer only the 6 questions to the reading. And after your reading, and through your reading, you will come up on a word called Christmas Carol. What is a Christmas Carol? You will find that out from your reading and from your text, and some of you that already know, it might be easier for you to answer me this question. On question number 2 about Christmas Carol, I want you to write 2 titles of a Christmas Carol you like and submit it as part of our task 2 exercise. So I will not explain to you more in detail, but if you have any questions, you can always write on our Telegram post and ask me, and I will give you a brief explanation on what a Christmas Carol is. But hopefully from your text and from your reading, you will understand and know what a Christmas Carol is, because it does explain it real good. So please do your reading and understand that. You will be given 40 minutes to complete this task, because this task have a lot of readings and questions from your readings, because you have to know your readings to understand the answers. Once you have finished this task, please submit it to my personal Telegram so I can correct it and give you back your score. Remember, if you have any questions on your readings or words that you might not understand, ask me and I will explain it to you, and we will go through it together as a class. So, until our third video, goodbye class. Hello class, welcome back to our final video for today's lessons. Before we continue, I would like to do a quick review of what we have learned today. So can you tell me what you have learned today, class? Please post it up on our Telegram post. Today we talked about festivals and events. Especially we go in depth about Bon Om Tuk. We have communicated about that through there too. As we know, Bon Om Tuk celebrated on a certain day and a certain month of the years, and the reason why we celebrate that, because you gave me a lot of reason for family get together and celebrate the history of Cambodia, why we celebrate that. That is called the festivals. The festival is the celebration that we celebrating. And the event is the date and the place that is taking place at. Because at every city, so for example, in Phnom Penh or in Siem Reap, the event is taking place at a different spot. At this different spot and different locations, that is the event. That is something that is taking place by, just say for example, in Phnom Penh we celebrate Bon Om Tu at the riverfront. So the event is at the riverfront. But the celebration and the festivals is the Bon Om Tu. Hope you understand that, and through our lesson I see that you have understand that. So on to our last task for today. Yes, we have homework. And our homework is on page 55, section C. In section C there are 7 questions. But these questions, some of them are in a book, but this question is about you. So there is no wrong answers as long as you answer these questions. I will go over question 1 with you. Can you please bring out your book and turn to page 55? On page 55, section C, the first question says, what do you usually do on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day? Christmas Eve, the word Eve means the night before. Just say Christmas is celebrated on December 25th, right? Correct. But Christmas Eve means December 24th, the night before Christmas. So on this question is, what do you usually do on Christmas Eve and on Christmas Day? Again, this is a question about you. There is no right or wrong answers, just as long as you write your answers. And through your readings on page 54, you can come to a conclusion or you can come to a possible answers on how you answers this question on your homework. Again, your homework will be due by the start of our next class. So you have 1 week to send me in your homework. Again, if you haven't sent me your previous homework, please do so because I will correct it and it will be part of your overall scores in your grade. So it is important to do your homework and send it to me. Okay? You got that? Okay, until we meet again next week, goodbye, take care, and be safe, class.